Busy Saturday in the association, so if you're out on the town having a good time, we have you covered with this NBA Rewind. We'll start in Cleveland. Hornets and the Cavs. Second quarter, Cavs up 11. LeBron just walks right by Marco Bellinelli and goes reverse for the flush. He had a season-high 44 points, 10 assists, 9 rebounds as well. Cavs win huge, 116-105. To H-Town, Mavs visiting the Rockets. First quarter, James Harden going to drive to the rack. James Harden going to finish. Solid night, 18 points, 16 helpers. Rockets blow out the Mavs, 109-87. Bucks and the Wizards. This one was back and forth down the stretch. Fourth quarter, though, John Wall getting the pick from Martin Gortat. Goes right at Greg Monroe and finishes off the glass. And Wall finished with 24 points and 11 assists. He's a Kentucky Wildcat. Wizards go on to win 110-105. Pacers and the Blazers. This one a high-scoring affair. Fourth quarter, off the miss from Paul George. There's Paul George ripping the ball away from his teammate Miles Turner and a couple of Portland Trailblazers. He went up and poked that. PG-13 was rated R tonight with 37 points and 5 rebounds. Pacers get the win. Nuggets and the Magic. First quarter, Jameer Nelson drives, misses the layup, but there's the Manimal. Had a double-double, 19 points and 10 boards. Denver goes to Orlando and wins 121-113. Heat and the Bulls. D. Wade still haunting his former squad, this time at the UC in Chicago. There's old D. Wade. That's Flash from back in his Wade County days. Splits 2 defenders and flushes. Jimmy Buckets had 31, 7 Reeves, 5 assists, and 3 steals. Bulls win by 5. About the Brooklyn Nets and the San Antonio Spurs, this was no contest. Jonathan Simmons, man, this guy's got to get out on the floor more. He is an athlete. Kawhi Leonard had 30. Took off the fourth quarter, 130-101. Spurs get the win. Kings and the Jazz in the third. Jazz leading by 1. DeMarcus Cousins driving, but Rudy Gobert, the stifle tower with the rejection. He had 6 blocks on the night, had a double-double with 17 points and 14 rebounds. Boogie was not happy about that 20-point loss. Warriors and the Grizzlies. Ugly game. Look at this, made it a 30-point Memphis lead in the third quarter. They go on to win 110-89. Golden State. Antoine, when they lose, they don't play around. They get blown out. They've lost 4 times this year, and 3 of them, including tonight, by 20 or more points.
Because they're efficient. I'm not going to tell you that they're one of the most efficient teams we've ever seen offensively. They score 115 points a game. So they get that done on a consistent basis. So when they're off, they're off.
It goes bad.
You got to give Memphis a lot of credit, too. Turned them over 23 times tonight, and they had 10 steals. So they was active with their hands, got out and break. But this is what you get with them. It's going to be days like this that with the shots are not going in, and they're not good enough defensively to catch themselves and win games with their defense. 2 years ago, the Golden State Warriors could win games with their defense. This team is not made up of that. Everything is predicated how they're going to be on the offensive end.
Let's credit Memphis, though, too. I mean, they don't have Mike Conley right now. Marc Gasol is playing at, I think, the best level of his career. It's always been tough to win there in the grindhouse. And I know Golden State probably shot themselves in the foot a lot tonight, but Memphis is winning games, and they seem to be playing shorthanded all year long. Do you think this is a playoff team again out west?
Definitely a playoff team. How far they can go, I think, is going to be predicated on how much scoring they can get. Obviously, even with Mike Conley being out, he's not a huge scorer. He has increased his scoring.
Right.
But Chandler Parsons, a guy they signed who they thought they were going to have, they haven't had him yet this year, who's supposed to get them a lot of scoring. So when you get into a series where you need guys to score the basketball, that's when they have that problem. So I don't know how deep they can go, but believe me, there's no team in the top 4 in the Western Conference wants to play them in the playoffs because they know what type of challenge they're going to present.